A perfect circle, blue, tabs, and guitar lesson. Let's play through all the sections right at the start here. After that, I'll go back through, give some explanation on what's going on. Before we jump into the lesson, please hit that subscription button. Gives me a clear sign that you're enjoying these videos and I should do more of them. And no further wait, let's get on into it. Alright, so we'll start with this main intro riff, verse riff. And with this, we want a nice delay, about a 400 millisecond delay. So it's just kind of juggling the note on beat, And it starts off with just this quick little pull-off riff up here. And we're just going to pull off this 8 to 7 on the A, alright, for a little F to E here. And we just do it twice. Okay, with putting another 7 right in between it. Alright, and the note's getting delayed for us there. And we just keep strumming the 7 a couple times. Come down, we hit the 9 on the D. Alright, and then a quick 7 on the G under it. And then back to the 9 on the D. Alright, and then we get right back to another 8 to 7 pull off, 8 to 7 again. And then we just hang on the 7 for a handful of picks here. And then we just kind of loop the whole thing. And this next section, this is the second part of the verse. The first verse, it happens kind of towards the start for just a brief moment there, and then comes back. And the second verse, it's in there for even briefer moment, and then it goes back to the regular thing. But this shows up a couple more times. It's mainly the first part of the pre-chorus, and then it also becomes the second part of the post-chorus. So a couple spots, little patterns here get flip-flopped or like cut in half, what have you. So initial time through here, we just kind of hang on this for, a couple measures here. And it's just this really quick back and forth between a couple notes, a C and an E. And the way I like to do it is just on the single strings, just to simplify it. And we'll just go a couple third frets here on the A to a couple 7 frets. Okay, and it just happens, cranks out pretty quick. It's just a matter of getting up to tempo. And you kind of want to get it to where like the delay is right in pace with it. Alright, so it hangs on that for a little bit, and then it switches to the second part, which this will be, the first part of the post-chorus, and it's also cut in half the next time we see it, the next pre-chorus. And this is just kind of switching one note, and we're just lifting off, hitting a couple open A's, and going back to that 7 on the A for the E. And it's the same type of deal. Once we get to the chorus, it just becomes like a big E5 chord now. So I like to just drop in the open low E, hit the 7 on the A with a 9 on the D and G. Just kind of give it a loose shuffle strum there. Kind of just becomes this big wall of chord. Okay, it moves down to a D power chord at the 5 with the 7s here, and I also like to throw in the 5 on the E here just to make it even bigger, D5. Then ultimately lands on a G at the 3 and the 5s here, and at that point it hangs on it for a couple measures there. And the initial chorus just repeats that pattern a couple times. All right, we get the cool slide part over the chorus, so get that going here. And real basic spots here. We start at the 5, and we just hit it, just let these notes ring out, slide it to the 4, slide the 4 back to 5, and then we'll come up, hit the 5 on the B, slide that down to 3, and then slide that 3 all the way up to 12 on the B. Goes through that a couple times, and then finishes by taking that 12 to a 10. And the second chorus, there's one new little thing that happens there. It'll go through the main, chorus progression, the E to D to G, it goes through that twice, but then it throws in this little curveball where we start with the E, but then we walk up this little bit where we walk up a F sharp, so just here at the 2 on the low E with the 4s on the A and D, just a couple beats, and then bumps it up again to the 3 and 5s for the G, and then it lands on the D, and that's the one that we hang on for a couple measures. It just does that once, and then it reverts back into the original progression. And at the end we get some more fun slide stuff here. Just real simple here. Just be at the B string. We just do a long 6 to 5. Okay, then we do it again, and then take it even down to 3, back to 5. Alright, and we'll repeat those two little segments a couple times, and then at the end comes on up to a 9, and then slides out a 12.